Hi, I'm Sam Bingham, Operations Manager with Exit First Realty. I'm here today with wonderful realtor Jeanne Brooksbank, and we're going to chat a little bit about her journey, why she chose Exit, why she came back to Exit, and a little bit about where she sees our company going. Jeanne, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it and glad to have you.
Thank you, Sam, for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. So to start off, tell me a little bit about what you did before you got into real estate, what made you want to get into real estate, and kind of your journey before you joined Exit.
Before I got into real estate, I graduated from college and immediately went into the aviation marketing trade show field. So I was juggling a lot of different tasks, planning events, doing marketing for a company up in DC, and then had kids and took about a 10-year hiatus from that. And then, really kind of started thinking about what I could do that would allow me to be with my kids and allow me some flexibility. And had always had an interest in real estate. I have some realtors in my family, and just happened through one of our coworkers, Alyssa. She introduced me to Marc at Exit, and I was like, this might be a great opportunity. So I started with Exit after meeting him.
Yeah, that's great. You actually started in an interesting role, and one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you is because you didn't start out as an agent, right? You started out in inside sales.
Right, yeah. So I started off as inside sales with Exit for, I think probably 5 or 6 years. And, but it was a great introduction to real estate. I got to sit in on every meeting with the agents, learn what they were doing, learn kind of all the tips and tricks, and, was being trained without being an agent and getting all that training under my belt. So it was very fortunate. I learned how to organize leads, stay in touch with leads, nurture them, and just connect with people.
Yeah, I think that's a unique privilege that you got that other people maybe don't have. That. So when did you decide you wanted to be an agent, and what was the biggest challenge about being an agent, kind of transitioning from that ISA role to an agent role?
I think after the 8 years, or not 8 years, the 5 years of being an ISA, it kind of, a lot of it piqued my interest. I'd hear about people showings and properties, but never actually got to see them in person. And it was just kind of, hit me one day, like, why am I behind the scenes when I can actually be the one out selling real estate? And people have always said I've had a great connection. And I have a really good memory. If somebody says, hey, I'm looking for a blue shirt, I would call them 2 days later and, say, I found you a blue shirt. So I have that uncanny ability to kind of connect the dots of what people are looking for. I think the biggest intimidation was actually going to the class and taking the test, but I had a really good friend that did it with me, and we kind of motivated each other to sign up and get it done, which I'm very thankful for.
What was the biggest challenge from going from an ISA to an agent? Other than just taking the class, what was the biggest hurdle about making that jump?
Okay, so I think the biggest hurdle of becoming an ISA to going to be an agent was giving up an income that I actually knew that I was getting because I had a salaried job, and then going to commission only and not knowing, the fear of the unknown of, can I succeed and can I get by without having that steady income that I have come to know over 6 years. And I can pretty much gauge what it is and, just make that jump to commission only.
Sure. So how do you think, what was it about, because you stayed with Exit initially when you got your license, what do you think helped you? Either was there systems in Exit, or was there things that you had learned from your ISA days that helped you kind of bridge that gap between, going to commission only?
Absolutely. Exit has so many great systems in place, and they're always coming up, with the best systems and the best coaching. So whether we have our weekly meetings, and there's always opportunities to hop on board or hop on a Zoom call with a weekly coaching or a daily coaching session. And there's tons of other opportunities just to learn and to grow. So I had all of that under my belt, and I think that definitely helped to become an agent. Walking into it blindly, I felt, or not, if I was starting at square one as a new agent, and I often think about the people, like I walk by and see them in classes, I'm like, they have no idea. but really it's not that bad, but it's really just being organized and knowing the systems and learning the process and getting the coaching, which Exit teaches you all of that as a whole. I'm a people person, so being able to come into the office and talk to people and ask questions and have somebody at my disposal at all times to say, hey, what do I do? How do I do this? Or what happens here was such a benefit to me as a new agent versus being kind of out in the virtual world and having to set up a Zoom with somebody and talk to a broker that might be, in Washington, D.C. or something like that.
Yeah, I love that you bring that up. I mean, I think that's something that's huge that we always talk about. And I love that other agents always talk about it too. The fact that we do always have somebody in the office. We have brokers in the office 5 days a week. We always have somebody that you can call. You have a mentor or a sales manager that you can always reach out to. There's people like me that are always here that can answer questions and do stuff like that. I think is really beneficial to agents across the board that are coming on board with us. I do want to touch on something. So you actually left Exit for a little while and went to a different company. What was that like, and what made you want to come back?
I think going back to the earlier conversation, I think a big part of it was when I became an agent, I had a hard time differentiating between my role at Exit as an ISA and then my role as a realtor. And I had all these leads that I was nurturing and I was working with, but then I would have to give those up to then become an agent. So I really just so I stepped away and I just kind of had to go find myself. But I realized that Exit is just, it's more than a company, it's a family. And everybody is here for each other. And there's always somebody to cover you if you need, to take a day off, or if you can't do a showing, there's somebody that has your back that's here to help you out. There's somebody to answer the questions. When you start out, the classes, the class teaches you real estate, but it doesn't teach you the real life situations. So you come onto these real life situations and you're wondering, what do I do? It's not, I love the people that watch the TV shows and, think it's easy to sell real estate. It's a challenge, but it's a connecting and it's learning about the person and what they want. And each situation is unique. So Exit gave me the opportunity to grow and learn and just be back with my family.
I mean, I think that's great. And we're always happy to have you. We were sad to see you leave, but we're so happy to have you back because I think, like you said, you're a really phenomenal people person and you bring so much light and energy into the office, and that really helps all of us as well. And you do have, really almost 10 years of real estate experience between your ISA experience and the agent experience that you have, and that's really invaluable to us because you provide just as much as we do to you. So we're always looking for that. And that's fantastic. And I love that you came back from that. If you had to pick one or two things that Exit offers, besides the family atmosphere, I know that's huge in the support. If you had to pick one or two systems or one or two things that we offer that you think have really changed your business or helped you be successful, what do you think that would be?
I think that, first of all, just all the systems we have in place from when you get a property under contract, and we have a team of specialists behind us that are working for, and this is what I always tell my clients, we are not one, it's just not me. You're getting everybody behind us and we have systems in place and we're all working towards the same goal of getting you into your property. And we all want you to close, and we're going to cross all the T's and dot all the I's to make sure everything's done completely and thoroughly and not miss anything. So I think, just having those systems in place, but I also think the training is unparalleled and there's always something new. There's always something to learn. There's always, the whole team, and Marc as a leader is innovative in what we do. He's willing to take chances and help grow all of us. So I think that he's always coming up with new ideas and just coaching us to the best of his abilities and, helping us to grow as individuals. And I think that we have great coaches that we lean into, that he uses, and he's willing to share those coaches with us. And the databases that we have and the systems that we have to follow up through Boomtown and Infusion are really important also, just to stay organized.
Yeah, I think I like that you bring that up. I think the coaching aspect is really huge for a lot of companies that maybe have their own way of doing things or having whatever. One thing that is both wonderful and frustrating with Marc from my position, but really wonderful from an agent position, is he's always looking to improve. He's always looking to get, 1% better every day is one of our overarching philosophies. So I think that really, really helps with agents, no matter where you're at in the process, whether you're brand new or whether you're a veteran or whether you're somewhere in between. there's always some way that we can make your business better and help you grow. And I love that you brought that up because I think that's really important. That's something that we strive for. So that's great.
And I think also on the down days when you are kind of feeling slow, I can come in, I can talk to you, I can talk to Marc and just say, hey, I need some ideas, I need to pick your brain. Like, where can I go? Can I reach out to my sphere better? Can I market to, a different organization? But there's just so much creative energy in this office that helps us all out.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we've cultivated, and I appreciate that we make sure to bring on people like you that can help us do that. So that's always great. Where do you see yourself going in the future with Exit? Like, what do you think you can do? What are your plans for the next couple of years?
I mean, ideally, I would like to, just my kids have gotten older. I've got 2 in college now, 1 in high school. So I have more time. I'm kind of balancing this and something else, but I really would love to just transition 100% to real estate. And, I'm passionate about it. I love my clients. I think, the thing that warms me the most is when I actually stay in touch with them and I call them and they're just so surprised that I'm still reaching out to them. And they're like, we never thought we'd hear from you again. And I'm like, you become my friend. Like, you're my family now. You're part of my family. And I'm here to check on you. And, I'll stop by. Let's have coffee, whatever you need. And it's not because I feel like I'm obligated to. It's because I love the personal connection with the people that I've worked with. So I just love to continue to nurture those relationships and grow and meet more wonderful people and help them find their dream homes. Yeah.
I mean, I think we want those same things. And I think some of the things that we have in place and some of the things that we do can help you do that. So I think that's great. Do you have any advice to anybody who's either new agents who are just starting out or anybody who's maybe a seasoned agent, same kind of thing like you, been in the business a few years, but is looking to take that next step and grow their business? Why Exit? What do you think they would find here?
First of all, I mean, Exit is everywhere. I was amazed when I first joined the company and I would be in Florida and I'd see an Exit sign, or I'd be in North Carolina and I'd be sending pictures to, friends and family, like, look, there's an Exit sign here. And I just think that the network and the support that it's a worldwide company is phenomenal. And I don't think you can beat that because each office is, and I've talked to agents in other offices, and each office is its own family in itself. I think it's just definitely important to have somebody to lean on that is an actual person that you can see and talk to and share ideas with and collaborate with as you are starting your business and growing. And, I think if you're in a funk and more of a seasoned agent, I think it's change is hard. But once you make a change in a leap or a jump, you realize, hey, what was I waiting for? Why didn't I do that sooner? So I just think Exit has so many opportunities, no matter what role you want to play as a real estate agent, that they are there to support you all the way.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we do. Is we've always said, no matter where you're at in the business, we can help you. Whether you're brand new, whether you're seasoned, whether you're a 20-year veteran, we can find something to help you, to make you better if you want to get better. So I think that's great that you brought that up. So if anybody has any questions or they wanted to reach out to you to talk more about your story or have anything about Exit, how can they get a hold of you?
They can reach me at my telephone number, which is 804-317-6024, or drop me an email at jeannieb@markshomes.net.
And again, I'm Sam Bingham, Operations Manager with Marc Austin Properties at Exit First Realty. This has been Jeanne Brooksbank. And remember, it's not the market, it's the marketing that makes the difference.